So I've been wanting to make this particular podcast for a while now, but I just haven't got around to it. There was always other news stories that were kind of more important to cover, so this one sort of went at the back of the queue, but I had some time, so I thought let's cover it. It's a really interesting news story, well, for me anyway. I don't know about you. And let's get straight to it. So this is an article from the Express. It was published on Friday the 6th of September 2019. And it's about Boris Johnson's sister, Rachel Johnson, revealing the extent of family feud over Brexit. Quote, "We can't even have a conversation." The article, I'll just read some bits of it. Boris Johnson's sister, Rachel Johnson, has revealed their family can no longer discuss Brexit around the dinner table because of the strong differences of opinion in the family on the subject. So this news article came the day after Boris Johnson's own brother left cabinet over the government's Brexit plan. And Rachel Johnson says that the Prime Minister, her brother Boris Johnson, is the only member of the family who still thinks that Brexit is a good idea. And the news articles are calling this a horrendous attack on our own flesh and blood today. Today meaning the day that this was written and published. I don't understand how this is a horrendous attack. All she's doing is getting a news story. But anyway, carrying on. She also said that he is outnumbered over the UK's departure of the EU, and that around the family dinner table they can no longer discuss Brexit. She admitted she even sent texts to the Prime Minister asking him to climb down over his do or die Brexit pledge, which he obviously refused to do. In an interview with the Daily Mirror, she said he is so outnumbered, he is the only person who thinks Brexit is a good idea. We believe in facts. We can't have that conversation, as it is fact confronting belief or religion. It has come to almost ISIS level in its intensity and silliness. But how much he thinks it is a good idea is open to question. She added she frequently urged her brother to climb down from the impossible height of where he is now. She said the Prime Minister's Brexit is undeliverable. She said it's like getting an enormous parcel from Amazon and trying to push it through a letterbox. He can't do it. It cannot be done, and I tell him, but he cannot change the position he took. Carrying on. Quitting the government yesterday, so again, this article was written on the 6th of September, and Boris Johnson's brother left Parliament on the 5th of September. So, if you can hear this, there's an ice cream van right outside my bedroom window. I do apologise for the sound if you can hear it. So Joe Johnson confessed he had little faith in his brother's Brexit plan, admitting he had been torn between family loyalty and the national interest. Despite his brother's resignation being a major setback for the Prime Minister, the Prime Minister, paid homage to his brother in a speech in West Yorkshire, calling him a fantastic guy and a brilliant minister. asked at his speech why his Brexit strategy should be backed when his family do not support him, the Prime Minister said, I want to pay great tribute. He, Joe Johnson, is a fantastic guy and was a brilliant minister for science, for university, did a fantastic amount of good work for us, for this country in that area. Joe doesn't agree with me about the European Union because it is an issue that obviously divides families and divides everybody. But I think what Joe would agree is that we need to get on and sort this thing out. What Joe certainly would agree, and I think he has said as much this afternoon, is that this government has exactly the right priorities when it comes to dealing with issues that really matter to the British people. He was also asked if he was expected to be the next member of his family to resign as he was berated by the press. He said, my intention, as I said just now, I am absolutely determined to do this, to deliver on the mandate of the people, he said. We have a democracy in this country and the way we work is when the people of Britain take a decision, parliamentarians are sworn to uphold that decision. This is what we all said we would do several times in the House of Commons to respect the result of the 2016 referendum on the EU when people voted by a very substantial majority to leave. He said he would rather be, quote, dead in a ditch than ever quit. Okay. Well, so Boris Johnson is the only member of his family who still thinks that Brexit is a good idea. I mean, even his own brothers and sisters are turning against him, turning on him. That goes to show that he hasn't really got a good plan for Brexit, otherwise his family would have supported him. I guess at this point it's all about pride for Mr. Johnson now. He wants to look like the man who delivered Brexit at whatever cost, at his family's cost, at anything else. You know, he does not care anymore whether people like him or not, as is evident by his own family. Well, I think Mr. Johnson, you should definitely think about resigning yourself, because this is just getting embarrassing. Your own family is no longer at your side. Your own brother left you. It's time to take a backseat now, Mr. Johnson. Nobody believes in your Brexit vision, not even your own family members, as is evident by Rachel Johnson's news article here. I think Boris Johnson may have to leave as well. He can no longer cope. I think Boris Johnson would be the kind of child in a house that will fight to get what he wants. If he doesn't get it, he'll throw a tantrum. Maybe that's what Boris Johnson was like as a child. It was either his way or the highway. No compromises at all, as what we can see right now with what he's doing in politics. And I'll just leave it at that. I will leave a link. You can read the article for yourself. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.